Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Robin, I'm your host today, and I'm joined by Brad and Kim. We're going to be talking about some questions asked by our clients on our Instagram story, so make sure you follow us on Instagram just to make sure you don't miss out on anything. So we're going to head straight into the questions. My first one is, what are payments on account?
So when a client asks about payment on accounts, I think they think, why do I have to pay so much? And why do I have to pay it twice in the year and things like that? So I normally just say, you've got your taxable, say it's their first year, so they've made a profit and you would have to pay all of it in the first year. So say it was £1,000, then your payments on account would be 500 to spread it over the year, and then your next year you would pay more, or there would be a balance left if you didn't make as much. But it's sort of like paying in advance, like you do with your phone bill and things like that. It's just paying a little bit on account so you don't have a big hit for next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I was going to say, it's just paying so you don't have it all at once in one go, and it's split up twice between the year, 31st of July and 31st of January.
Yeah, so it's for obviously self-employed individuals, like on tax returns. It's if they earn more than £1,000, if they have to pay more than £1,000 in tax. So for example, like the 2021 tax year, you'd have the first payment on account on the 31st of January 21, then the second on the 31st of July, and then the balancing payment, and then the first payment of account for the next tax year on the 31st of January, when it needs to be submitted.
Yeah, feels like they're forever paying though.
Yeah, yeah, it must feel like that. Okay, and then the next question is, I haven't made any money, so why do I have to pay tax?
So from the client's point of view, they might look at it like they've got no money in the bank, or they haven't done as many sales this year as last year, but it's done on the profit, so they might have not spent as much, or I don't know, other things might come into it, like an adjustment for the previous year, things like that. And I don't know, yeah, sort of like we've done the accounts, we've worked it out really. This is what we've come to.
It might feel like that when they've made a profit, but they've throughout the whole year taken some money out of, say, for a limited company director's loan, and then so they've got a taxable profit, they pay tax on that, but they might not have any money that they can have at the end because they've already taken it in a sense. So it feels like they haven't had the money, but actually they've maybe had it over the year, whether it be small lumps or lump sum as you go along. But I think it's, you've made a X amount of profit. I guess sometimes people think they should have that there and then and pay tax on that bit, but it's over the whole year, and it also depends on what else has happened throughout the year.
Yeah, and I think it's good as well to say about overdrawn director's loan accounts, because you get tax payable on that, like loans to participators. So even if you haven't had a profit and you've got an overdrawn director's loan, obviously there's no room for dividends, so to reduce the director's loan, so there's tax payable on that. It is reclaimable once the loan's paid back, but obviously
to be making a profit.
Yeah,
before it happens,
No.
Yeah. So again, they probably think, why am I paying tax? But they've had the money because they've taken that money out from the company into director's loan. That's why it's overdrawn.
Yeah. Cool. My next question is, it's for me, but can I claim these expenses through the business?
Simple answer is no.
No.
Yeah. I get those questions like, can I put it through and claim the VAT? And I say, is it for you or is it for the business? Oh, it's for me, but blah, blah, blah. And I'm just very straight, no, you can't. Because unless you can say this is for the business, then you can't use the business advantages of saving for the VAT or saving on tax and things like that. And I tend not to beat around the bush, just say, no, if there is a way where we can do tax saving, of course we will, but those are the rules and you can't blatantly break the rules.
Yeah, tax avoidance. And as well, it has to be basically wholly and exclusively for trades. There's no way you can start claiming just
No.
random stuff.
The children's birthday party.
Yeah.
Be nice, but no.
Yeah. My next question is, can I claim fuel on a personally owned vehicle?
No, you can't claim the fuel,
Yeah.
but you get your allowance. So you get your mileage allowance, which I don't know how it works out now because of the fuel cost, but obviously it used to be quite good. I know it hasn't gone up a lot, but then that's your allowance for fuel, insurance, repairs and things like that. It used to be really good, but I don't know how it works out now with such a high increase in fuel.
Yeah, I mean the allowance hasn't changed.
Yeah,
Has it?
no. So it's not as good as it used to be, but yeah, so again, no.
You got anything to add?
I think I covered it really.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the price of fuel at the minute, it doesn't seem like it's as good of a deal that you get mileage with it, but that's just the way it works at the minute until that changes.
And as well, because it is a personally owned vehicle, again, it comes under that like wholly and exclusively. All the fuel isn't going to be completely used for business.
No.
So
There's no, I mean, yeah, you could track it and everything, but again, how can you really prove it?
yeah,
Because you do think, you go about in your car without even thinking, so.
yeah, definitely. Next question is, can I work with you if my business is not local?
Yeah, because we're so digital now, and things are in the cloud and emails, and you know, someone in France could be doing something on their QuickBooks, and within a second we can see it, and it's just so easy now. We barely have clients come in anymore sometimes, so I don't think it matters if you live next door or across the other side of the world really anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think lockdown helps a lot because we sped that process up a lot. Work from home, didn't see no clients for 18 months. So it's not like we had a choice anyway.
No,
so,
I think it's sped it up for everyone, all different businesses and things like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we've got a few clients abroad and all currently, so it just shows it does work. And
but we have clients who live local who never come in, just email us or
yeah,
any stuff like that.
kind of works both ways.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, is it easy to switch accountants?
I say yeah, it is, as long as there's cooperation from both sides. Obviously, when we contact them, if they're quick at replying, get everything they need over to us, and it's fairly straightforward, I'd say. I think the client also has to have a rough understanding where their accounts are at and what they need from us to do. But I think it could be solved with an email to the other accountant.
Yeah. I think the process of switching is easy, but it's all the work that might come after it, depending how up to date they are with their current work. If they've, well, I suppose it's for switching, so if the accountant they've been with before is all up to date, then we can just pick up from there, but there's just that big transition process of everyone works differently as well.
Yeah.
And how up to date the client is with their current accountant before they switch to us as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it's something we kind of do ourselves. Like we will contact the accountants that we and ask for all the paperwork and everything. So it's not a lot on the clients.
Yeah.
It's more on kind of what we do internally as well. And then obviously from there it's just the onboarding process, which is quite simple now.
Yeah, all
It's gotten
digital.
a lot better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's a lot easier. I mean, it was getting easier before lockdown, easy through lockdown, and then obviously towards now it's just even better.
Yeah.
So much more automated and everything.
Brilliant. Well, that's all my questions. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for joining me and helping me answer all these questions. So make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications to get all of our content. Brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.